Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
Especially with a day like today, that we're talking about transitioning from summer to fall stuff at the Johnny Appleseed Metro Park District. Well, we got the director, Tyler Black, here to tell us more. And you do have to think ahead, right, about transitioning from summer stuff to fall stuff.
Every year, yeah. Everybody thinks summertime is such a busy time for the park district, and it is, but fall is just as busy.
Right, because it's just such beautiful weather. We got trees changing. I'm sure the parks are really high. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the end of summer activities. I mean, sure, kids are going to go to school in a couple weeks and things like that, but there's still plenty of things you can do.
Still plenty to do at the park district. There's some kayaking programs. We just had one this morning. There's an archery program Wednesday evening, so check the website, Facebook page to see when that is. And we still have plenty of those things going on through the rest of this month. And even, camping at Ottawa Metro Park or enjoying an amphitheater program on a Saturday evening.
Right, yeah. Now, like archery, is that for all ages, or are those targeted towards kids?
It's targeted towards a little bit older, 8, 9-year-olds up until about 14, 15. So
that's exciting stuff. And, I was asking about camping. I mean, in the fall, fires and s'mores and stuff like that, bonfires is always great. So the campground is open a little bit later, right?
The campground's open until the middle of October. So yeah, it's not just a hard cut off when school starts. It goes into the fall.
Have you had a good campground season?
We have. Yeah, we have. We've seen a lot of good numbers, especially on holiday weekends like the 4th of July and Memorial Day. There's a lot of people that come out to the campground for those weekends.
And as you mentioned, there's still amphitheater programs, and we still have the Allen County Fair, and you guys will be at the fair?
Yeah, we'll be at the fair the end of this month. Look for us over near the conservation tent where the pond area is, helping out with the fishing derby, as well as having some of our own park programs, I think every day that the fair is open.
Yeah, so that'll be fun stuff at the fair.
Great.
Okay, so when you get to fall, though, there's still a lot of fun things happening then, right? Let's talk about fall.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So programming-wise, you start talking about a pretty popular program in Walking Through Autumn that starts in September. We also have a World War II Living History event that happens in the middle of October. We've got Meet the Wild, which is a family-friendly kind of hiking, get out and walk through and meet some of the park rangers, but also get out during the kind of Halloween time and get to roast a marshmallow and have a s'more at Teddy Bear Park. So there's plenty of programming going on in the fall, which leads to great opportunities to volunteer for the park district.
Yeah, so let's talk about that because, walking through autumn, that's always a fun thing to do. You get a chance to see the trees and the hiking at different parks, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, exactly. We hit a different park every Saturday morning. Look on our Facebook page, look on our website. You'll see when those are scheduled. And come join us. There's usually coffee and donuts, so you can eat a donut and then walk off the donut.
And volunteers can help with that?
Volunteers can help from a leading the hike standpoint and or just helping coordinate the day or be a caboose on one of the hikes too.
Exactly.
So don't need anybody getting lost.
All right, and what other kind of things can volunteers do in the fall maybe that might help you guys out?
Yeah, one big thing that I think would really help is from a natural resources standpoint. There's a lot of seed collecting that happens, prairie plants, tree seed collecting, that kind of thing that happens in the fall. So very, very important there.
Oh, all right. And then at the end of the year, you guys got to think about things and think ahead, right?
Yeah, the fun stuff that everybody inside gets to do from an administrative standpoint is budgeting. You get towards the end of the year, you've got to start thinking. You always have to think past the year that you're in, but you really start hammering home the budget at that point, and then looking at projects that are still going that might bleed over into the next year or even the next couple years. So a lot of that stuff is planned out this time of year.
Right, yeah, exactly. And there's still maintenance stuff. You guys still got to mow and all kinds of stuff,
Plenty of stuff to do there. Yep, plenty of stuff to do there.
I think it's that behind-the-scenes stuff that people don't think about. They, we go to the park and we just assume, someone's doing that.
Yep, yeah, it's one of those things that you transition from mowing grass to mowing leaves and making sure there's not leaves blowing everywhere. And, you still want the ambiance of going to the park in the fall and having leaves. But,
certainly do.
Yeah,
all right.
Keep them in check.
Beautiful weather today. Enjoy the parks. Thanks for coming, Tyler.
Thanks for having me.
All right, don't go away. Nathan's in with a look at the weather forecast.